Thank you so much for listening. For the best experience, I recommend you wear headphones. Good evening. I understand that you're having trouble falling asleep. And that's okay. Sometimes, even though sleep is very important, we aren't always able to accomplish it. And that's okay. It's not a problem. Sometimes you just need the help of an expert to guide your way. So, thank you for coming in and relying on me, a sleep expert, to provide you with much needed assistance in falling asleep. There's no need to worry. Sometimes you just can't always be a leader and you have to be a follower. And that's okay. If there were no followers, how would there be any leaders? Tonight, I will be your leader, and I will give you instructions to help you fall asleep. All you have to do is be a follower and follow these instructions, and then you will fall asleep. Easy peasy. You have no reason to think about anything. No worries that you need to focus on more than the instructions I give you. The only thing you have to do is what I say. And while that might sound bad, that you have no autonomy in this situation, it's actually very good and will be very helpful for you falling asleep. Because you have nothing to worry about, no issues to solve, nothing. You barely even have to think at all. All you have to do is listen and do as I say. Isn't that nice? It's not stressful at all. Nothing is relying on you. Only you have to rely on me. All of the pressure tonight to fall asleep lands on my shoulders. If you are incapable of falling asleep, it's not your fault. You did everything. You followed the instructions correctly, and you did a very good job. At the end of the night, if you're not asleep, it falls on me for being a poor leader. And I would hate to be a poor leader, but I will take on the responsibility of being your sleep leader. So please, let's get started so that you can fall asleep, okay? The first instruction I'm going to give you, which is going to be very important, is that you need to close your eyes. And your eyes are going to stay closed throughout all of the instructions. At no point, unless for something very important, should you open your eyes. Keep them closed, okay? Can you do that for me? Perfect. Now, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. I understand if your eyes are already closed, that it might seem redundant for me to continue to say close your eyes. But think of it this way. You're accomplishing multiple tasks. Every time I say to close your eyes and your eyes are already closed, you've completed another task. You're doing great. Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Perfect. You're doing amazingly. I think you're actually lying about not being good at falling asleep because you're excellent at following a letter. And you can either whisper, speak aloud, mouth, or just think any word that starts with that letter. Okay? Can be any word at all. It just has to start with the letter that I give you. Let's begin. Please tell me a word that starts with the letter A. Very good. Please tell me a word that starts with the letter B. B. Very good. Please tell me a word that starts with the letter F. Very good. Please tell me a word that starts with the letter G. G. Very good. Now, please tell me a word that starts with the letter K. K. Fabulous. Now please tell me a word that starts with the letter S. S. Very good. Now please tell me a word that starts with the letter N. Very good. You're so good at this. You must know a lot of words. Please tell me a word that starts with the letter T. T. Very good. We're just going to do a couple more, okay? Please tell me a word that starts with the letter R. Very good. Now please, for the last time, tell me a word that starts with the letter Y. Perfect. You're doing very good. Now for just a moment, I want you to lay there nice and still for me with your eyes closed. And all I want you to do is breathe. Okay? So breathe in and breathe out. Breathe in and breathe out. Perfect. We're going to do another task that involves words, okay? This time we'll be doing word association, okay? So just like last time, you can whisper your word, say it out loud, mouth it, or just think an answer, okay? We're just going to do this a couple of times. The first word is cloud. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear cloud? Perfect. And the next word is altar. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word altar? Wonderful. The next word is bird. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word bird? Perfect, thank you. Let's just do this 2 more times, okay? The next word is acquaintance. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word acquaintance? Perfect. And the last word is consciousness. What is the first word that comes to your mind when you hear the word consciousness? Perfect. Thank you so much for being so good at following these instructions. These next instructions, I want you to follow along with me nice and slowly, okay? And it might seem kind of silly at first, but it will help you fall asleep. First, I want you to breathe in using your nose and then breathe out with your mouth. Okay, so breathe in and breathe out. Now, next, while you're breathing in, I want you to wiggle your toes. Okay? Breathe in and wiggle your toes. And breathe out and stop wiggling your toes. Next, when you breathe out, I want you to wiggle your fingers. So you'll breathe in and wiggle your toes, and breathe out and wiggle your fingers. So breathe in and wiggle your toes, and breathe out and wiggle your fingers. Very good. Very good. Now, this time, when you're wiggling your toes, I want you to imagine that all of the stress and aches in your legs are being shot out of your feet. So you'll breathe in and wiggle your toes, releasing all of the tension and muscle aches in your legs. And then breathe out and wiggle your fingers. Perfect. We're gonna do this one more time. But this time, there's only going to be 2 more instructions, okay? For this next, second to last instruction, I want you to simply guess the number I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of a number between 1 and 10. You don't have to get the answer right. It doesn't really matter if you do. All that matters is right now, you're simply focusing on a single number. So what number am I thinking of between 1 and 10? I was thinking of the number 8. Now, guess what number I'm thinking of between 1 and 8. I was thinking of the number 4. Now guess what number I'm thinking of between 4 and 8. I'm thinking of the number 6. Now one last time. I want you to guess the number I'm thinking of between 6 and 8. I'm thinking of the number 7. You've been doing so well. There's just